Hey, James here, and on December 16th, 2016, will be the 17th year anniversary of my kidney transplant. So I'm doing my yearly update to let people know how I'm doing and how it is living with a kidney transplant 17 years later. So this year to report, no major changes. Everything's still trucking along, doing well. Kidney's still functioning. As I mentioned in my last video, creatinine levels will creep up a little bit over time. My original level was like a 1.4 after my transplant, and now after 17 years, it's at a 1.9, sometimes a 2.0. So there's a little gradual loss of functionality over time, but it's slow. It's scary when it happens, but it is slow. So I'm living with that, and that's okay. One thing I do want to point out is anything you hear from me or from anybody, always double check with your doctor and maybe even another source, pharmacist or a transplant coordinator, just to make sure you have accurate information. You don't want to endanger your kidney with some misinformation. So that being said, the question I get most from people when I tell them I have a transplant is, are you still on transplant medication? And the answer is very much yes. I have to take anti-rejection medication twice a day, every day, and I've been doing it for the last 17 years. I take 9 pills in the evening and 11 in the morning. So I have a fistful of pills to take, and it's just part of my daily routine, and it's how I keep my kidney healthy. I also, try and stay in shape as much as I can, get out, exercise some, just to, keep fit. Another thing is people ask me about what happens if you get sick. And ideally, you want to avoid getting sick, being around sick people, because your immune system is suppressed. However, it's going to happen. I mean, unfortunately, this is the world we live in. You're going to get sick. And I'm actually a little sick right now. I kind of got a cold. I have some phlegm, and, anyhow. But don't panic. I mean, you want to take care of yourself. If you feel you need to talk to the doctor, do it. I mean, the first couple times I was sick, I was terrified and just afraid like this was it. My kidney was going to die, and then I was going to die, and I was terrified. But it doesn't happen. So, but be sure to double check and get rest and make sure you take care of yourself, because bad things can happen, and you don't want that. So another question I get is, what happens if you miss a dose? Like if you're busy and you're away from home and you can't get home, your car breaks down, you're out of town or something, and you miss a dose, and you didn't bring one with you, or you just forget. Like for some reason you get, after 17 years, even though I've been very regimental about taking it, there's been a few times where I've just forgotten. I go and find that I didn't take that day. Not the day, the morning or the evening, but I take the next one. And from time to time, you will miss a dose. You don't want to ever let that happen, but it's going to happen, unfortunately, just like a cold. In the world, if you miss one, it isn't the end of the world. If you miss several in a row, that's not good. And you don't want to let that happen. You want to make sure you take your medication every day, and that will help your kidney last as long as possible. So, and when I've missed them, it's been very rare. So don't miss them. And another thing to know is, I'm sure they'll tell you about this, but if you miss one at like 8 in the morning, you normally take it, and then you realize at like 5:30 at night, and your next one's in 3 hours, don't just take it right then, because then you're going to overdose on the medication. And not like you're going to pass out and die, but you could damage your kidney by putting too much medication in your system. But again, double check everything with doctors. So that is a lot of what I have right now. Everything's going well. I do get a lot of comments from people saying they watch these videos just before they go into their surgery. And if you're watching this now, let me just say this. You're making the right decision. You're going to feel so much better when this is over. Sorry, my cat just walked into the shot, so he's here, and he's distracting me, but it's okay. It's Owen Pickle Chips. He's my buddy. If you're having this surgery, you're doing the right thing, and you're gonna feel so much better. It's hard to even describe. You're gonna be sore for a while. Recovery time varies from person to person. And for me, like a month and a half, I was feeling better. And you get better a little bit each day. I was feeling like pretty good. Probably by 3 months, I was back to normal. But again, you don't want to push yourself too hard after there. But you do want to get better and build your strength back up. So, I mean, that's kind of what I have for this year. So, Owen's here and he's ready for dinner. So I'm going to go feed him. But hey, thanks so much for watching this year, and I'll see you next year. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will answer them. If you're thinking about having a transplant, or you have a family member who's having a transplant, or you're donating, please leave a comment, and I will get back to you. My sister, who donated to me 17 years ago, she's still doing great. No health issues, nothing bad came from donation. So there you go. That's all good news on that side as well. So that's all I got for today. So take care. Bye.